Hey everyone, welcome to today's video. Welcome to the Video Game Fight School channel. I am Gamey Daddy, content creator with the Gamey Daddy channel, and today with me, our co-host, Mr. Fat Ninja DM, and we're going to be talking about something pertinent to the Gotham Knights game, and we wanted to hear your thoughts as a Batman audience on what you guys think so far. Now, before we even jump in, our series on A Walk Through Arkham will still continue. It's just I've been really busy, and Mr. Fat Ninja has basically also been, indisposed with some other commitments and all. But for those of you who don't know, this Mr. Fat Ninja I'm talking about, please go ahead and introduce yourself, sir. Let him know who you are.
All right, thank you very much, Gamey. My name is Fat Ninja DM. For over the last 23 years, I've been an on and off dungeon master running Dungeons and Dragons role playing games in real life and now, of course, online. Also, an avid gamer, comic book nerd, just trying to be an all around good guy, even though 2020 has been very harsh against that mindset so far. But we push on. We're nerds. We adapt, and we keep pushing on. And my mission statement is this: we have to be positive. So just having positive experiences through social gaming and just be online with people, help each other out. Don't talk about people's builds on games or down somebody because they don't have an optimized build or whatever. Just quit being a jerk and just have some fun. That's what games are for. So with that out the way, Gamey Daddy, let's get this.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, on the table for discussion today, and we would like for you guys to, drop your comments, let us know what you think. It's pretty much the silence of Warner Brothers Games Montreal on the Gotham Knights game that they're going to be releasing very soon. So they did this huge DC fandom event in August. They revealed a whole bunch of games. They revealed Gotham Knights game, dropped a plot line that was a little interesting. And for those of you who've been following the series, I've been a little concerned about how Batman is supposedly dead in the plot line. But Mr. Fat Ninja has basically, calmed and tempered my anxieties by saying that it seems like a new direction will be something that's good. So I guess what we're kind of investigating or, kind of putting on the table in regard to this discussion is, why are they silent? Is the game development process not mature enough? Like when they brought the trailer out, do you think the game is at a better and more complete phase? Or do you think they still have a lot of development to go? So, Mr. Fat Ninja DM, what do you think is going on behind the scenes? Just a hypothesis.
Yeah, sure. I think starting off, we have to kind of lay some groundwork here. So now, number one, and this is kind of going around the gaming territory in general, with Cyberpunk 77 being delayed again. When one major game says it's going to delay, it has a trickle down effect because every developer is watching everybody else so they can try to release their game at a very opportunistic time. So
Hmm.
whenever you have a developer that says, "Okay, we're going to release on this date," and now they pull it back, so not everybody else they either say, "Okay, well we need to strike while the big dog is down," or "Oh crap, they're not releasing, so now we can't release in our window, so now we got to wait." So I think that is the main thing of it, but also on a secondary note, I really do think maybe they have a little bit of polish. I do think that the game is very close, if not already ready to ship out already. But I think they have to do a little bit more polishing. So now this just gives them some time to do that. And so instead of having a day one patch where 15,000 things got to get fixed, maybe it's not like we don't have that happen every big big AAA title.
Oh yeah, I know,
but
right?
but I think this is just a good time. Maybe this was to happen for a reason. You know, the AAA people need to realize when you make your game go gold, the bar that you set, it's gonna stay there regardless if you release it then or now. So I'm not gonna sit here and say that this is gonna hurt CD Project Red with Cyberpunk or with the Gotham game. But us as gamers, looking at it from that standpoint, it's like, come on, I want to play the game.
I
So,
know, I know.
yeah, yeah, but as a avid gamer and a older gamer, I would rather have the game delayed until the developer thought that it was definitely ready to go. So I'm cool on waiting for it.
Okay, okay. Well, that's a very I would say a good way of looking at it because and another good thing too is Gotham Knights, they didn't talk about a date. They just showed the trailer and then they put a vague 2021 release window. So you're looking at Q1, maybe February, maybe March, maybe summer, maybe even fall of 2021. So it's not a thing where we're looking or waiting for a game that had a release date like Cyberpunk 2077. And you're very correct. The influence of all of these other games on, themselves seems to be kind of a very valid position. I mean, even Outriders, they got a delay, but I think Outriders' delay might be, game not being finished or completed. Now, also, though, I have to also cautiously, pick what you just said just now about Gotham Knights probably being in a develop more of a completed phase than many other games. And I understand. I don't know if I told you this, and for those of you who don't know, in our earlier conversations, I talked about how one of the game director, the creative director for the Gotham Knights game, came from Ubisoft and delivered some of the multiplayer that's tied to Ghost Recon. And so he's a guy that, basically is going to make Mr. Fat Ninja DM play that game because, he's a veteran. He's worked in veteran games that a lot of, gamers like. But at the same time, what is the scope and the magnitude of the game itself? Because if they've had to cancel some other projects as well. They've canceled a Damian Wayne game that they were working on. Also was said that they canceled about two other games, and also it's been said that they are working on two games at the moment. So could it be that this is the game that has the furthest part of the development than the other one? Or could it be that, even still, all of the overwhelming aspects of things, you know, are still going to need to be taken care of, and the game may still need more content in regard to what they need to implement, and that might take more time. So I still have a lot of questions, but again, too, you just said it will be worth waiting for in order for a better product to come out. And so I think that's a very good way to look at it. But then at the same time, too, what does this mean for the development team? Does this mean they need to just hush and get back to the drawing board, or do they need to keep doing some community events to continue to keep the game in the minds of other people? I don't know. You tell me, Mr. Ninja. Do you think their approach is sound right now, or do you think they need to just, keep seeding the community?
I think they need to see the community because once you have these big time publishers or developer or games, once you give the gaming space a taste of what you're going to release the hound, so to speak, onto the gaming world, people they need that taste, sated constantly. So I mean, maybe not have a such ambitious trailer, maybe have some lengthy post on their a blog page, or maybe even a page that might be not associated too hard with gaming. It kind of have like some natural flow, like, hey, in the lab, tweaking things on multiplayer, and then show like a screenshot. They don't have to make a trailer all the time. Just
Hmm.
keep us interested, because even though the big elephant in the room isn't releasing just yet, it's still very much on the minds of the gaming community, speaking of Cyberpunk. So
Exactly.
if you don't want your game to get lost in the shuffle, and I'm not saying that Warner Brothers game is going to be less than, but just take a look at the gaming atmosphere. It's almost like the gaming community has been whipped up into a bloodthirsty zombie frenzy over cyberpunk. So
Yeah.
the AAA people now, they have another imposed high bar to try to aspire to. So yeah, they can't sit on their laurels too long. They need to constantly trickle out some kind of content, some kind of blog post, something to stop the buzz from just completely just going out.
That makes a lot of sense, and you're correct. I mean, it's hard to not point to Cyberpunk 2077, even if the game doesn't even exist yet. And maybe maybe it's one of those things where they have to keep doing what Cyberpunk 2077 has done when it comes to, uh, you know, doing advertising or in-game exposure. How they've brought Keanu Reeves to explain his motorbike line, because Keanu Reeves apparently has a line of motorcycles that he makes, custom motorcycles, and how they're actually integrating it into the game. And they had him come, and he talked about it a little bit. And I think this is something that has also, etched itself on the minds of a lot of the fans as well. So that is definitely something that they can start doing right now, and maybe exposing more and more of the story to members of the community. But, I think this conversation is worth, much more if you guys in the comment section will tell us what it is you really think is going on right now with the development team and their silence. In the comment section, go ahead and comment. We're going to stop this conversation now. We're going to also revisit it very soon as well. So stay tuned to the Video Game Fight School channel, where Mr. Gamey Daddy and Mr. Fat Ninja DM, we're going to be bringing you the conversation on the forefront of this game and also Batman content. So we appreciate your time and audience. Thank you guys so much. We appreciate the support. Even the fact that you clicked this video is very, 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 appreciated by all of us that work on these projects. So, Mr. Fat Ninja, let's sign out this community, and we'll see y'all in the comment section.
All right, I've been Fat Ninja DM, chilling like a fat super villain, and when you least expected it, I just stole your critical hit and
Ooh-wee.
your sandwich. Later, folks.
Take it easy, y'all. Peace out.